1850s, the era of the gold rush. The town of Paradise, California. Angel lives and works in the local brothel and enjoys enormous success. Men line up for the chance to meet her. Madame Duchess, the owner of the brothel, even runs a lottery. Those who draw the lucky ticket will meet Angel first. The woman is deeply unhappy. In memories of her childhood, she was called Sarah. The girl's mother, May, loved her very much, but Sarah was an illegitimate daughter. Her father, Alex Stafford, was married. A child born out of wedlock cast a shadow over his reputation as a very important man. Once May sacrificed everything for Alex, but now she could not even appear on the streets of the town because of public condemnation. Nevertheless, the woman did not truly regret it, because the birth of her daughter was the best thing that had ever happened to her. In the present, Angel lives among women just as unhappy as she is, women whom fate treated terribly unfairly. They either lost their homes, or their relatives disowned them. All the stories are the same. Meanwhile, a 26-year-old farmer named Michael goes about his routine farm duties. He treats his animals and crops with great care. But Michael is very lonely, so in church he prays to God to send him a wife, a woman with whom he could share everything grown on his fertile land. As soon as Angel steps out into the town, she is swarmed by a crowd of men. She always goes out only accompanied by Ma Go-wan, the brothel's bodyguard. Seeing Angel, Michael falls in love at first sight. No one is allowed to be near her for free. Nevertheless, Michael feels that this is his destiny. If that is true, then God certainly has a sense of humor. Angel remembers how Alex stopped supporting her and her mother. May was in despair, realizing that the man she loved had simply used her, while she had given him everything she had. This became a lesson for Sarah: men cannot be trusted. Left without a roof over their heads, May sold everything she had, but the money ran out quickly. Pawnbroker John advised the woman to go work in a brothel. With no other way out, May did so. She was ready for anything for the sake of her daughter. Soon May became seriously ill and died. Thus Sarah was left completely alone, unwanted by anyone. The girl abandoned her faith in God. In the present, Ma Go-wan often treats Angel cruelly, despite Duchess's prohibition. It is not profitable for her to spoil such a beautiful commodity. Although Duchess herself also does not tolerate it when Angel tries to talk back to her. The woman does not believe that anything good will ever happen to her in life, until one evening Michael comes to her. But he is not here for the same reason as the other men usually are. Angel is not surprised at all when Michael, behaving in an extremely gallant manner, proposes to her. She hears things like that from men several times every day. Time is up, and Angel sends him away. But Michael does not give up, and paying double, returns again to convince Angel that this life is not for her. However, the woman does not believe him, thinking that he is the same as all men. She even tries to push the persistent guy onto one of her colleagues, but even after that he does not back down. Michael knows that in reality Angel is afraid, which is why she pretends to be emotionless. This allows her to survive in such conditions and not break completely. This does not persuade Angel either. She tells Michael that he is wasting his gold on her and sends him away once again. In the past, John, who had promised May to take care of her daughter, brought Sarah to a brothel. A woman named Sally, who had been working there for a long time by then, begged him to take Sarah away, saying that the girl would be better off anywhere, as long as it was not here. However, John was interested only in money and tried to profit from the situation. Duke, a pimp, took John's life right before Sarah's eyes. Even then, she understood how this cruel business works. Without even asking the girl's name, Duke called her Angel. From that moment on, her life no longer belonged to her. Sally, filled with pity for the unfortunate girl, took care of her. Angel's first client was Alex Stafford. The man did not immediately recognize her as his own daughter, but when the realization came to him, he could not accept it and passed away voluntarily. After this incident, Sally helped Angel escape. Duke immediately understood which of the women was behind it. That same night, Sally was found dead in the street. Angel went to California, hoping to start everything from scratch there. But of course, dreams of a new life shattered against harsh reality. Angel was beaten, and all her savings were stolen. In the present, the woman remembers her mother, the only person who ever loved her. Angel also cannot stop thinking about the farmer. Remembering her agreement with Duchess, she demands to be given her gold, earned over all these years. Angel wants to leave and forever leave the past behind. Duchess accuses Angel of ingratitude, declaring that without her she would have been left to die in the dirt by the roadside. The woman refuses to return Angel's gold and orders Ma Go-wan to punish her. However, Angel only laughs. She has nothing left to lose anyway. Michael's heart is restless, and he rushes to the brothel, where he finds Angel covered in abrasions and bruises. He intends to take her away from there immediately and even pays Duchess to let Angel go. Although the moment is hardly appropriate, Michael proposes to her in the presence of the other women of the brothel. In a weak voice, she answers yes. The man takes her to his farm, 20 miles from Paradise. When she comes to her senses, she still cannot quite believe that Michael is truly ready to marry her. He gives Angel clothes that belong to his sister Tess, who passed away last year. Angel takes the ring off her finger, Michael's mother's ring, and says that she will not stay here for long. The woman has no intention of playing the role of a slave wife. Michael says that marriage is not slavery. 3 weeks pass. Taking advantage of Michael's absence, Angel runs away, but she does not get far. The man jumps onto his horse and rides after her. Angel shouts that she is not his property. Michael puts her before a choice, to return to Duchess and Magouan, or to gain a home and a loving husband. The decision is hers alone. Angel ultimately chooses the latter. She still cannot understand why Michael is doing this. Usually men saw her as nothing but merchandise. Angel shares with Michael that her mother prayed constantly, yet the Lord betrayed her. And if the Lord pointed Michael toward marrying Angel, then he is clearly punishing him. Michael, however, does not think so. Angel is not made for family life and has no idea how to run a household. The man patiently teaches her everything: how to collect eggs in the henhouse, how to cook, how to weed the garden, and even how to fish. They spend their time well together. Angel wants to learn how to chop firewood, but it turns out to be not so easy. They laugh a lot. So day follows day. Angel is tormented by nightmares in which Duke finds her and tells her that she belongs to him. To distract his beloved, Michael takes her for a walk in the middle of the night. They admire the beautiful forest landscape. The man tells Angel that this is exactly the kind of life he wants to offer her, a life full of beauty, light and warmth. He asks the woman to give him a chance. Angel thinks that Michael would not have offered her his heart if he knew everything about her. But he understands that she did not choose this life. Feelings flare up between them, growing into passion. For the first time, Angel does it for love. Paul, the widower of Michael's sister, drinks heavily after her death and is still unable to come to terms with the loss. He shows up at the farm without a penny to his name. In the gold mines, the struggle has long been no longer for profit but for survival. Michael introduces Angel to Paul as his wife. Paul does not like that she is wearing Tess's clothes, because he realizes who stands before him. Paul had seen Angel in the brothel before. He believes that Michael deserves better. Angel merely says sarcastically that he will have to accept it, because it is Michael's choice. However, Paul does not intend to leave it at that and tries to talk to Michael, saying that Angel is not who she pretends to be. How great is Paul's surprise when Michael replies that he is aware of Angel's past, and that he will not tolerate insults toward her. Tess's death shattered them both, but unlike Paul, Michael found the strength to go on living. He advises Paul to take a wagon with a horse tomorrow and go to the town to see a priest. Faith will help him find his way. When Michael tells Angel that he wants children with her, she does not know how to tell him that she is infertile, because of what Duke did to her in the past. Angel decides that Michael truly deserves better, and in the morning asks Paul to take her with him to the town. They leave in a wagon while Michael is busy on the farm. When they stop in the forest for a meal, Paul tells Angel that everything has its price. After that, she begins to vomit. Angel heads back to the brothel to take what Duchess owes her and discovers that it is burned to the ground. This happened 5 weeks ago. Magouan set the fire while Duchess was inside. 2 women died, and the crowd lynched Magouan. Since Angel has nowhere else to go, she returns to the old life, only with a new pimp. The woman believes that she does not deserve anything good in this life. Learning that Paul has taken Angel back to Paradise, Michael drives him away and sets off after his beloved. A crowd of enraged men blocks their path, but Michael, filled with determination, fights them all off and takes her with him. Angel asks him directly why he came back for her if she will remain who she is anyway. He only answers that he loves her, which completely throws her off balance. At night, Angel sees Michael crying in the barn. Angel confesses to him that she does not know how to love. There are too many demons inside her. The man in turn shares that his demon was his own father. He treated him badly. At some point Michael ran away, deciding to leave the past behind forever. Faith in God helped him not to break. Gradually Angel begins to fall genuinely in love with Michael. She even starts to take pleasure in doing the laundry and household chores, because she is doing all this for the person she loves. One day on their way to town, they come across a broken wagon and thus meet a destitute family left without a home, John and Elizabeth Altman and their children. Elizabeth is pregnant. Michael and Angel gladly take them in at the farm. Angel grows close to Miriam, the eldest daughter of the family, finding her very kind and honest. Soon a baby is born. Everyone celebrates the event together. Still feeling unworthy of Michael's love, Angel thinks that Miriam would be a far better wife for him. She could give him the children he dreams of so much. Summoning her courage, the woman confesses to Michael that she is infertile and that there is no hope. Michael says that he loves her, and nothing will change that. Besides, he believes that nothing is impossible. Angel prepares a festive dinner as a sign of gratitude to Michael for his boundless, unconditional love. Then they go up to the top of the hill, where he once showed her the sunrise for the first time. Michael does not yet know that this is a farewell. Angel wants him to be happy, so she decides that he would be better off without her. The next morning she leaves her wedding ring with Miriam and a note, asking the girl to take care of Michael. Angel catches a passing wagon and leaves. Michael is broken by the fact that his beloved has left him. This time he does not go after her, for she is a free person and has made her choice. Thanks to the fact that Michael taught her how to cook, Angel gets a job as a cook at a tavern. The owner even provides her with a room to live in. Meanwhile, Michael helps John build a house and works himself to exhaustion, just to avoid thinking about his beloved. Soon a disaster strikes. The tavern where Angel works burns down. Michael loses sleep, praying to God either to allow him to go after her, or to give him the strength to endure it. After so many years, Duke finds Angel. It was his henchman who set the fire. He made the journey to California, determined to bring the runaway back. Angel declares that she belongs to no one anymore, and then Duke begins to threaten her, forcing her to go with him. However, Angel is no longer the woman she once was. She intends to put an end to what Duke is doing, in order to save hundreds of girls and women like herself. The man forces Angel onto the stage of his new establishment so that everyone can see the most expensive commodity. At that moment, for the first time in many years, she begins to pray to God, whispering that she needs him. Angel prays not only for her own salvation, but also for the salvation of all the women there. Instead of entertaining the audience, Angel begins to tell the story of her life from the stage and the whole truth about Duke's crimes, which provokes both outrage and skepticism among the crowd. Duke quickly drags Angel off the stage and is about to take her life, but a black man saves her, buying some time for her and the girls. Seeing that there are indeed young girls there, the crowd begins to roar with indignation and lynches Duke. 3 years later, San Francisco. Paul notices Angel on the street and follows her. During this time, she has come to run a refuge school for women who share her fate. Angel asks Paul how Miriam is doing. He answers that Miriam is pregnant, but the father of the child is Paul, not Michael. They are married. All these 3 years Michael waited for his beloved. Learning that Angel left because she could not give Michael children, Paul cannot hold back and cries. He asks Angel for forgiveness, saying that he was wrong about her. The woman replies that she forgave him long ago. At that moment a huge burden falls from his shoulders. Paul begs Angel to go with him, because Michael is suffering. But she is not yet sure. She heads to a church to ask God to give her a sign. It turns out that Paul did not see Angel in the crowd by chance, but had been deliberately looking for her, in order to atone for his guilt toward Michael. Thus the lovers are reunited. At last Angel confesses that her real name is Sarah. Until this moment she had told no one, because it was the only thing that could not be taken from her. Sarah is so sorry that she caused Michael so much pain, for she truly loves him. He says with a smile that this pain reunited them and that she walked her path in order to regain faith. Michael returns the wedding ring to Sarah. She vows never to take it off. In the final scene, we see that years later Michael, a pregnant Sarah and their son are fishing together.